Hey Raiders, welcome back to another live arena battle video. This video will feature 10 fights and 5 wins, and I start off slow and finish off strong. So we'll get started, and I get Schluchter. So he's going to go 5W-Rotos versus the Ultimate Death Knight. So he sees the Ultimate Death Knight, that doesn't deter him, he plans on banning him. So in order to bring Xena, I need to bring Nekret. So I bring Nekret first, then Xena, and this one is going to be Taras. He's just missing Marichka. I have to ban the Yumiko, so he has speed, Taras Rotos. He has Rotos with Sifi, so this one's looking a little tough to start. So Sifi buffs up, and I'm just going to A1 on Rotos, hoping that he was weak enough for me to kill him, and he was not. So then Nekret is gone. I'm going to buff up, and I'm checking for sheep. Okay, he is gone. Fortunately, Xena's protected, and Rotos procs a bunch of extra hits. Okay. Rotos is able to take down Xena. Duchess is still protected. I'm going to have to revive here, and he drops the hammer, and then I'm done. I had to revive. I could have, I guess, waited one turn, but Rotos was probably going to be able to one-shot my Duchess if I waited a turn. And so that, unfortunately, took the loss there. So 0-1. So here I'm going to get Puss Cake from Rat. I think I recognize the name as somebody that I've fought before, and I think that I stole a win from this guy. I don't remember the circumstances, but I think I beat this guy, and he is difficult. So he's going speed, Arbiter Sifi with Nekret protection, and Harima to mitigate. So I'm going Duchess, Pythion, and UDK, along with 2 strippers, which are Wukong and Ramantu. So they'll ban the Wukong. And we'll get started. They buff up a bunch. And Pythion's a little low. I think I need to rebuild my Python. This is kind of a trio of support that I'd like to start going with, but Python needs to be stronger. So check for sheep. Go ahead and do the buff strip. Bring back Python. And they'll ally attack into Duchess and not do much. So this is a tough one because I'm having to run Ramantu as the only damager, and that's kind of the test for Ramantu, is can I run him as the only damager when they ban Wukong, or ban whoever else I might have with him? Because Ramantu is a good damager, but most people don't build him that way. So now Ramantu's gone down, and I have to time it because he has saved his AoE from Harima, at least I think he has, and I have to time it to be able to bring him back. So there, I think he used it, unless he used the A2, but then he's able to kill him anyway. So 2 quick losses there, and we'll go back in. So this time we'll get Talika, someone who has finished Platinum. And he's not going to waste any time. He's definitely going to go with Taras and Sifi. I'm going to go Duchess and Ultimate Death Knight and Wukong. He's going to go Harima and Pythion for extra mitigation. So this team is going to be hard to kill. And I'm going to go Warlord, hoping that I sneak him in, win the 50%. And he's going to ban the Duchess. I've got to ban the Yumiko. So I go first with Warlord, and I fail to fear. So unfortunately, 50-50 shot. Had I been able to put them on cooldowns, I might have been able to win this battle, but they dropped the hammer and we're done. So that's a quick 0-3 to start the day, and that means I have to wait a minute until I get to have another fight. I think a lot of players are pretty united in one of the biggest dislikes of Live Arena is this: if you lose 3 in a row, you have to wait a minute before you can get assigned another fight. And I guess I get why they did it, but I don't like it. And I think maybe it should have been capped at like the first 5 times or the first 3 times or something like that. But I mean, you know when you're losing. Like, there's no reason that Plarium should tell you, hey, stop fighting because you're losing. So I get my second one here, and they're going to go... I go Ultimate Death Knight, they go Wukong, and they go Mordu Macabre. Mordu Macabre is not really a counter to Ultimate Death Knight. That's very early to pick Mordu Macabre. And so I'm going to go Protection. I'm going the full Protection unit, and then his Pythion and Kymar. So I don't know if he's going to go Damager or if he's going to go Support with his last pick. Probably Damager, because you don't show your Mordu Macabre that early if you're still not going to run 2 Damagers, because then I can set up for Mordu Macabre and I can ban the Damager. So he is going to go Trunda. I'm going to ban the Kymar. He's going to ban the Duchess, so I have no revives. So I come in here. Foley's protected, but Wukong will steal buffs. So he stole the Stone Skin, the double Stone Skin, off of my Ultimate Death Knight. Go in with some strips, and he's unable to kill us all with his Staff of Wonder, but he does take out those 2. He does have the Reviver, so he can bring them back, but see how this goes. I believe he already used his Revive. Oh, no. I block revived him before my block reviver died. I don't know why I didn't realize that. Yeah, I block revived them before my block reviver died. So now it's about just not triggering the peril, taking out Pythion, and then taking out Mordu Macabre. Mordu Macabre is usually a last pick. So then I drop the A3. Peril won't proc. So he's gone, and now finish him off. I think he made a mistake at the end there. I think he had his AoE that he could have used, and I think he didn't do it. Either way, he could have A1'd because I didn't have Ramantu protected. So again, go into the next battle, and I get Shadow Man, who's going to go Warlord first, and I go Ultimate Death Knight and Duchess. So then he'll go Wukong and Elva. I'm going to go Pythion for my trio, and Ramantu. See who he finishes up with. And he's going to go Frolny and Raka. So I got to ban the Warlord. All those are pretty annoying. Frolny, I have not faced a difficult one, but watched a couple Gribnum videos, and he's really dependent on Frolny with his big heal, with if you attack him, you fall over and die. And with the Ally Protect. So Frolny, the way Gribnum uses him is pretty decent. But I have not faced a difficult one yet. So again, I'm having to run Ramantu as my main damager. And this team is they're pretty well balanced with support and damage. And so Ramantu's down. It's going to be hard for me to bring Ramantu back and keep him alive. Again, I'm kind of in that circle where if I bring Ramantu back, they can take him out. Watching the AoEs, I know Frolny's got an AoE. At least I think he has an AoE. And I think Wukong has his AoE available. I want to bring Ramantu back, but I'm trying to time it right. And maybe there will be no right time, because maybe they're all just quicker than me and able to reset their cycles. So unfortunately, this one looks like it's going to finish off being a loss, unless I can get the right time to bring back Ramantu. There goes Ultimate Death Knight. I am going to bring him back with Duchess now. And Frolny finishes off Ramantu again, and so I'm just going to take the loss on that one. So, go into pick another battle again, and this time I will get Rumpelstiltskin. I'll go Ultimate Death Knight to start. They will go Duchess and Wukong. I will go Siphi and Nekret. See who they pick next. And they're going to go Valkyrie and Candrafon. That was a bit early for a Candrafon. I mean, I still had 2 to pick, and either one of those could have been Harima. But most people do pick Harima earlier. If you haven't picked Harima in the first 3, picks, you probably don't have Harima, and I don't. I'm going to ban the Valkyrie because I'm going to have trouble with the turn meter and the buffs. So I do have block revive in there, and I am able to block revive Wukong, but then they take me out. So unfortunately, Candrafon was a bit too strong for me there. I was able to block revive the Wukong, but Candrafon then was able to just slap me. So this one, I can't pronounce the name. I will go Ultimate Death Knight first, and they will go Sifi and Yumiko. So I will go Duchess and Wukong, and they go Shuzen and Taras. So this one looks like it's going to be pretty tough. I'm going to go with Xena and Nekret. Ban the Yumiko. They finish off with Krutraxa. So pretty wary of that, but I have 3 stone skins. Well, not 3 stone skins, but 2 stone skin and a protected to start off. I'm able to take out their Krutraxa pretty easily, and they're all pretty low. So they tried to strike quickly, but it really didn't do much. And now they're just down to the Taurus, and I finish them off. Yeah, that was a really fast fight as far as they were fast, and then I just retaliated quickly, and they just couldn't strike me with enough force to get any momentum, and I finished it off. So another name I can't pronounce. I'll go Ultimate Death Knight first, and they will go Wukong Arbiter. And as you can see, I am completely going into the Ultimate Death Knight side and waiving my rights to Wukong. I will pick him late, but I'll let them pick him. I'd rather not let them pick him, but I'd rather get Ultimate Death Knight to block the Sifi and sometimes block the Rotos. So I do have block revive. I do have Ramantu for his block passive skills. Another Shuzen with Taras. I'm going to ban the Shuzen. So their speed, I banned the Shuzen because I didn't want the extra buffs on Taras, or really anybody for that matter. So I do have fears he'll sheep the Enithway to start. Kind of interested in what is his Rotos going to do first. Okay, I'll block the passive skills. Block the active skills of Arbiter. Things are looking okay. Nekret's gone. I can finally buff up. He doesn't have any buffs on Taras. He's able to take out Enithway again. I'm going to take out Wukong. I believe he had the block passive skills on when I killed him. And I'm going to revive everybody. So it's not a hard-hitting Taras, but also I didn't allow him to get any buffs on him. Block the passive skills again, trigger Rotos. Rotos is going to take out Ramantu. Block revive on Rotos, and this one's over. So nobody to buff Taras. Taras is fairly weak hitting. So was able to pick up the win there. That's 2 in a row, both against Shuzen. And Shuzen is tough to face, especially when they're pairing her with Taras. So face that guy again and see if he changes his strategy. I'm going to start off similar and then shift it at the end. I'm going to go Ultimate Death Knight to start. And he's going to go Wukong Arbiter, so it's the same picks. But as a rematch, you've got to mix it up. If you don't mix it up, if you go the same team, then you're kind of doomed. I'm going to go Duchess and Ramantu. So still some same champions. See who he goes with next, if he changes anything. Same 2 damagers. He's going Rotos and Taras. So then I'm going to switch it up, and this time I'm going to go Goffred, and I'm going to go Errol. He's going to ban the UDK. I'm not going to ban the Shuzen. I'm going to ban the Wukong this time, so they have no buff strip. They can just run their course. Shuzen can buff Taras, and I'm pretty well set. Arbiter is able to strip off the stone skin off my Errol, and Taras wasn't able to kill anybody. So then I stun everyone with Goffred, and now Errol finishes it off easy. Much easier without Wukong, and with Errol and Goffred. So, doing pretty well there, so I won the rematch. I don't often win rematches. So I think I'm 4-9, or 4-5 on the day. So if I can pick up this last win, I'm 5-5, even. If I lose this one, then I'm 4-6. So versus Bold 44. He's going to go Wukong, and I'm going to go Ultimate Death Knight and Duchess. So then he's going to go Sifi Rotos. And so we know who he's planning on banning, at least. And I'm going to go Goffred for double protection versus the Rotos. And I'm going to go Ramantu as a nuker. I don't use Goffred as much lately, but he's still one of my favorite Live Arena champions. And Ramantu's growing on me. Duchess I'm kind of over, but with the strategy I'm in right now, Duchess kind of works better. So he's going to go Pythion and Elva. He's got triple revive. I'm going to go with a block reviver. He'll definitely block. Yeah, he blocks the block reviver. I'm going to ban the Sifi, and we'll see how this goes. So we got a damage Wukong, along with a Rotos and 2 revivers. Probably doesn't look so good for me. And I was looking at this battle like it wasn't going to be that strong, but you never know. So Elva just A1s to start, same with Pythion. And then I will stun Elva and Wukong. So not a lot of resistance on the Elva. And then I'm going to kill them. Pythion should be able to bring them back. Does. We're in pretty good shape. If I can kill off the Elva again, which I do. Rotos procs multiple extra turns, but they're all into Ultimate Death Knight. And if I can just get through, and I A1 to kill Wukong, because I didn't want him to go, and maybe I should have used the A2. Wukong's back, and he's going to go now. He's going to do a Staff of Wonder. He takes out Ultimate Death Knight and splash damages Ramantu, and Duchess brings him back. Take out the Wukong again. And Ramantu re-kills after Pythion revives. So now Rotos is gone, and now it's all about killing the Pythion. So I finally got him where I wanted. So that worked out really well, and I take the win. I was a bit surprised I was able to come away with the win on there, and I salvaged a 5-5 day. In any case, hope you enjoyed the video, and take care.